everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Steelers are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Texans, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
Well, it's so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
On second down, it's Bell. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. Bryant with a catch right side. Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Dez Bryant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is Crockett, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Watson, off play action. Rolling to his right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. To Crockett on the ground. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Watson now on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's third down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Let's go!
Again, it's Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action. It's Trubisky. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A big play on third there for the Steelers. 42 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Brought in by Walford, right side. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Crockett. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Defense showing blitz. Here's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
They run with Crockett, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 2nd down, here's Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few 1st downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Out left side here to Bryant. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Hurry up, here we go. Good.
On third down, Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, Watson. And this is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hopkins. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. They run the counter now on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run for it here. This is Prosh, the fullback. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And he's is in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Here we go now.
Here's Trubisky to throw. A screen to Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. That's caught right side by Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Here we go.
Watson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go.
Watson looking to throw on 2nd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And this one's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Watson. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Trubisky back into his end zone. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Trubisky from his end zone on 3rd and long. He completes it to Bryant. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll try the right side with Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Zach Cunningham not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the interception, here's Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be shoved to the turf that time. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now it's Watson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So it'll be first down here after the run.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now it's Trubisky. Complete to Bryant. And he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there on a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Andre Howe. Oh, nice move. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again on the ground, again Crockett. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
Here we go.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Detroit!
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now it's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is now 24. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. Here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. It's caught by Bryant. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. Now Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go now.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Trubisky to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Now let's go.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. Good, good. Good, good. No. Here we go now. 319.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Houston, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week.